Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Bridgette and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having an awesome day wherever you are. And today's video is going to be a palette review and mini eyeshadow tutorial using the Perception and Makeupshayla x Colourpop collaboration. They came out with a whole bunch of stuff and I'm going to review the eyeshadow palette, which is the star of the collection today. This is currently sold out, but I will keep an eye out because Colourpop tends to restock things very fast. So this palette is $23. It's a little more expensive compared to like the $16 Colourpop palettes, but it's not that much more and you get 4 new shades. This is their first palette of this like layout of like the 4x4, and I'm super excited to review this palette for you. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright guys, before we get started, I put video every single freaking day, so when you subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. So, this is the Perception palette. I am super excited to see someone different collaborating with a major brand. I feel like a lot of the times we get a lot of the same collaborations, like we get another Kathleen Lights palette, we get another Laura Lee collaboration, and I'm just super excited to see someone like Makeupshayla doing a collaboration with Colourpop. I feel like a lot of the times I get tired of seeing the same faces, and I'm glad to see someone like her, who does have 500,000 subscribers, but also isn't like always in the news, always in the hype, do a collaboration. So this is the box for the palette. I live for these gold and purple and black packaging drips. And you get 16 shadows in this compared to the regular Colourpop palettes of 12. So this is the actual palette itself. I'm not a fan of the splatter. I definitely prefer the drip look more, but you know, it's still cute. It's very, very pretty. So let's open the palette up so you can see all of the colors. I know that's why you're here. Let's get real. This is the palette. You've probably seen it all over the internet this week. It's so cute. This color calls my name, and I'm also kind of excited about this little shade right here. I'm a fan of the colors, but there are a lot of darker colors. I don't really see that many Colourpop palettes with darker colors in them. But this one definitely does. Like, look at this black and this blue. They're very dark. So are these kind of middle colors, this green and stuff. It's kind of hard for me to like show the palette to you because it does kind of reflect in the light. But anyways, let's go ahead to the tutorial part of this video. Well, hello! I bet I look so different. So this is the palette we're going to start off with. I have my white base on my lid already and it's already set. So we are ready to go. I'm going to try to fit as many colors in this look that I can without being like super dark and muddy or super like weird, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to start off with a fluffy Real Technique blending brush, and I'm going to go into the shade of Culture, and I'm just going to buff that all over my crease to start out with. So Culture is my perfect crease color. It's a little bit warmer than I'm used to using in my crease, but I do a lot of warm eye makeup, so this color really calls to me. It's the kind of color that you can kind of blend with anything, and I think that's why I like it so much. Okay, so now that we have that blended over our crease, I'm going to go into the color of Thick now, which is this cool orange. And I'm going to take it on the same blending brush and kind of go into like the middle of the crease and pack that in. I don't want to blend it too far inwards to make this super dark, but I'm also not going to blend it all the way to the edge. That is pretty cute so far. Okay, so I did find the color of Thick just like a little bit kind of dry, so I did have to build it up. But it's not the worst thing in the world, and also I really like the matte formulations of Colourpop shadows, so I'm not mad at it, but it did take a little bit of building up. So the next color I'm going to take is the color of Revenge, mixed with a tiny little bit of Played Out, just to make it a little bit darker. And I'm going to pack this onto the outer corner of the crease, so right here. And I'm going to blend it up into that orange. I forgot to tap the excess off this brush, so that made an impact. Okay, so we have a nice warm eye look going on. Now I'm going to take more of a precision blending brush, go back into the color of Thick, and really try to make that stick and really bright over our crease. Because I feel like we lost a lot of that with all the buffing and blending we did with our last two colors. So I'm just going to take something more precise and just really pack it in there. Okay, so my heart calls to this color of September here more than anything else in this palette, but I don't think it's going to work with this look particular. So if you want another look where I use some of these other fun colors, give me a like on this video and I'll certainly do it for you. So let's start off. I'm going to take my pinky and I'm going to take it into the color of Spill the Tea, which is this beautiful shimmer. And I'm going to use my pinky because it's a little more precise, and I'm going to put it in the outer half of the lid. Ooh, that's very pretty. I do feel like this color of Spill the Tea is darker on the eyes than it appears in the pan. I feel like in the pan it looks more like a rose goldy kind of color, but on the eyes it's like a copper. So it is definitely darker than it appears in the pan. So I'm going to take my other pinky now, and I'm going to take it into the color of TF, which we know what that stands for, but we're not going to say on camera here. This is a PG channel. And I'm going to pack it on the inner corner of the eye. Look at that beautiful gold. Alright, so what I'm missing from this palette to complete the top eye look is like a matte light colored base. The only color we have is Culture, and that's too dark for me to use. But I just need like a light matte base to help me blend this out. Of course, you can just blend it with like a clean brush, but I do prefer a matte base. But you know, that's personal preference. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to take this little underlining brush by Real Techniques, and I'm going to take the color of Strut and Slay and pack it under the center of the lower lash line. I'm cleaning off the excess product on that brush, and now I'm going to take the color of Sassy just to break up this like really warm look we're doing. I'm going to take the color of Sassy on the outer corner of the lower lash line. Definitely can't tell what that is. It got really muddy really fast. It is kind of like a muddy kind of color. I know that's what it's supposed to be. But unless it's packed all over your lid, you're not going to be able to tell what this color is. This is not the best way of trying to pack on a shimmer. I understand that. Let's swatch it real quick. Yeah, it's just kind of a muddy color. It looks like a darker version of that kind of duochrome color from the Manny MUA and Makeup Geek palette. It looks like that color where it's like a green with a red shift, but it's just it's a little dark in my opinion, but it's still kind of pretty. It's pretty. Okay, so this is it for my eyeshadow. I'm going to go now and put some mascara and lashes on. Okay, so this is the finished look, and I think my hood kind of ate up some of the shimmers and brought them up to the top lid, but overall, the look, and I like this dark lip with it, it looks pretty. I think it looks really cute. But I like cute. So I like the look. I think the eyeshadows look good. I've had it on for an hour since you last saw me, because you know I like to do a little bit of like a wear test so you can see what it looks like long term. I think it held up pretty well. Again, the orange kind of got eaten, but you can see where it was. But the orange that I really packed into the crease is now missing. I don't know where it went, but the red and the brown that we mixed over our crease looks good. We did use every matte color in this palette today, and there's only 4. That is my biggest complaint with this palette, I think. Well, other than there's like 2 shadows you'll see in a second when I show you the swatches. Didn't really swatch that well, but there's only 4 mattes in this palette, and I feel like you're gonna give me 4 mattes out of a 16 shade palette, do you? But I would like a really light base to set whatever I'm gonna put on my lid for the look. I feel like this color is too dark for me to set my look with, especially if I'm gonna use something like this shimmer on my lid or something. I just want like a light matte base if you're only giving me a couple mattes in the palette. All of these mattes in the palette are just these 3 and this one. All the rest are shimmers, and 2 of them are a glitter formulation. So let's include the swatches now so we can get on to some details about the palette. Okay guys, here's my full arm of swatches. Sorry they're not very good, but as you can see, a lot of the colors look really pretty. I really enjoy the way this shimmer looks, and this pink one's very cute as well. I can't really tell where the shimmer one right here, the first color is. It's very light. There are a couple complaints I have. Obviously these 2 are different formulation. The black with like a blue glitter in it, and then we have this brown with a pink glitter in it, but it doesn't really show up that way. The mattes, Colourpop shadows never really swatch well if they're matte. And I definitely hate the way this one's swatched. We'll get a close up on this. This is that red color, green color, you know, that green with a red shift to it. It took me 4 swatches on my fingers to like swirl around the pan and get this out of here. It looked pretty on my finger when I swatched it, but putting it out on the arm, it just looks muddy. But the rest of the colors, like some of these gold shimmers and the blues, look so pretty. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed those swatches. My final thoughts on the palette is that it's definitely worth the $23. A lot of the shimmers are so pretty. The mattes do blend well. The one that I had an issue with is the orange shade of Thick, but the rest of the shadows, the mattes looked great. The shimmers that I tried out are beautiful. The only one that I do not like in this palette is this color of Sassy, because on the finger when you swatch it, you can definitely tell it's green with a duochrome effect of red, but when you put it on your arm or you try to blend it out, the color looks so muddy, so you don't even know what it's supposed to be. And it's kind of ugly. Other than that though, the colors are pretty. I'm not a fan of the glitter shade formulation, like the black with some blue glitter in it, or the brownie red with some pink glitter in it. I'm not a fan of that, but I definitely know there's some people who do like that, so I'm not going to criticize those shadows at all. They swatched out pretty well. They're cute, just not for me. Overall though, I definitely hope Colourpop continues to make palettes like this one. It's very unique. I like the 16 pans. I do enjoy the 12 pan shadows from Colourpop because you get a large amount of product for the price, but for this, it's still good. It's a little bit more pricey. It is. But you get more shadows, and I feel like it's still worth it. It's still a compact size, which I enjoy. It's one of my favorite things about Colourpop things, other than the fact that it's affordable and they have good quality, is that they're compact. I don't like giant, big, enormous palettes. I do like compact palettes, so this is one that I can definitely take with me if I'm traveling. I do not like the packaging. The box packaging, living for it. The drips and the gold and purple and black, living for it. Not a fan of the splatter. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely would pick this up. I know it's sold out right now, but restocks of Colourpop things happen pretty fast, so keep an eye out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Put up y'all every single freaking day, and I'll see you then. Bye.